Hello, friends. This is Ramesh Panikar on behalf of KNA. We are discussing chapter of chemical kinetics. All right, the important points of chemical kinetics. In chemical kinetics, we have one is temperature coefficient. Temperature coefficient. Temperature coefficient is the ratio of velocity constants by a difference of 10 degree. Say velocity constant at 308 Kelvin divided by velocity constant at 298 Kelvin. This ratio is called temperature coefficient. Normally this value is found between 2 to 3. Alright. So normally there is a question that temperature coefficient of a reaction is 2, and if the temperature is raised from 10 to 100 degrees Celsius, how many times the rate of reaction is increased? Right, this type of question. So the point is, what is temperature coefficient? When the temperature of a reaction is raised from 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, the rate of reaction is doubled. Means velocity constant is doubled, means rate of reaction is doubled, because from rate law, R is proportional to A to the power n, or you can say R is equal to K A to the power n. R is the rate of reaction, K is velocity constant, A is the concentration, and N is the order of reaction. Alright, so whatever is the order of reaction, if A is equal to 1, means at unit concentration, R becomes equal to K. Means greater the velocity constant, faster is the rate of reaction. Alright, so if velocity constant is doubled, means if the temperature is increased by 10 degree, the rate of reaction is doubled. So 10 to 20, then 30, then 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, then 80, then 90, then 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 means the rate of reaction is increased by 2 raised to power 9 times. The rate of reaction will be increased by 2 raised to power 9 times. Alright. From here, this is called rate law. From here, there is one more important question, that is the unit of K, unit of velocity constant. So it is rate. What is the unit of rate? Unit of rate is mole per liter. Alright, mole per liter per time, that is change in concentration per time. This is the unit of rate of reaction, and concentration is mole per liter whole to the power n. Alright, so in general you get the relation, that is liter to the power n minus 1 mole to the power 1 minus n per time. This may be per second, per minute, etc. Alright, So you should be careful. Whatever is the exponent of liter, like suppose we are given that the unit of uh, velocity constant for us for a reaction is liter to the power 0.5 mole to the power 0. minus 0.5 per second. What is the order of reaction? So the simplest way is, if the unit of k is given, just check the power of liter. Whatever is in the power of liter, just add to that value, just add 1 to that value, and you will get the correct order of reaction. Alright, so by this method you can find out the order of reaction by, if a reaction unit is given, velocity constants unit is given, you can find out the order of reaction. And in terms of if gaseous reactants are involved, then the unit becomes atmosphere 1 to the power n per time, if gaseous reactants are involved. Means whatever is the exponent of mole per liter, whatever is the exponent of mole, that will be the power of atmosphere. So this is one important point, temperature coefficient. The second one, this is also very important point. And third, related to the factors affecting rate of reaction, that is temperature factor. This Arrhenius equation, K equal to A e to the power minus EA upon RT. Alright. And if you take log of it, you get log of K, that is equal to log of A minus EA upon 2.303 RT. So this relation is again very important, and mathematically means log of for different temperatures, log of K2 by K1 is equal to log of A this is cancelled, and EA upon 2.303 R, and you get T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2. So K1 is velocity constant at T1 temperature, and K2 is velocity constant at T2 temperature. EA is energy of activation. Alright. So if at different temperature, different velocity constants are given, you can find out energy of activation. Or on the basis of T1, T2, EA, you can find out how many times the rate of reaction is getting affected. And you will also find a graph between log of K and 1 by T. This is again very important graph. Since it is the relation is minus EA by, so the slope is negative, and the value of slope is minus EA upon 2.303 R. Alright. If it is natural log, then you will get minus EA upon R. If it is log base 10, it is like this. And this is the intercept. Intercept is log of K. Alright. So all the things are very important which we have discussed. Unit of velocity constant, the temperature coefficient factor, and then the relation between temperature and velocity constant, all are very important. All right. Now see, now comes Molecularity and order of reaction. The difference between molecularity and order of reaction. Molecularity and order of reaction. Molecularity of a reaction, this is the number of reactants taking part in an elementary chemical reaction. Means suppose we are given an elementary chemical reaction. For example, it is H2 plus Cl2 gives twice of HCl, or H2 plus Br2 gives twice of HBr, and H2 plus I2 gives twice of HI. These are all elementary chemical reactions. Elementary chemical reactions are those reactions which takes place in one step only. Alright, so how many reactants are taking part? 2, 2 and 2. So in all the cases you can say molecularity is 2. In all the cases molecularity is 2. Whereas as far as order of reaction is concerned, for the first reaction, see, order of reaction is always practically determined. Order of reaction is always practically determined. By looking at a reaction, you can never find out order of reaction. Like if you are asked that what are the order of reactions, you simply say you don't know. Alright, there are some practical observations, means some practicals are performed, and to determine order of reaction, we can discuss here that rate is equal to K, and we have written H2 to the power X and Cl2 to the power Y. Alright. Similarly, for second case or third case, let us discuss the third case. R is equal to K, H2 to the power X and I2 to the power Y. So, suppose an experiment is performed, and the hydrogen of concentration is doubled and hydrogen of iodine is kept constant. So the observation, practical observation, is that the rate of reaction is also doubled. If the rate of reaction is doubled, K remains constant. Alright, K is affected only by temperature. K factor is affected only by temperature. Now when the hydrogen concentration is doubled, the rate of reaction is also doubled. On the basis of this, you can say the value of X is 1. So you can write rate law on the basis of this thing, and you can write hydrogen to the power 1. Now second practical is performed when the concentration of iodine is doubled, the rate of concentration of hydrogen is kept constant, and the rate of reaction is again observed, it is 2. That means again the value of Y is 1. So you can write the rate law. This rate law can only be written, if you know the actual dependence of rate of reaction on concentration of reactants. Then only you will be able to write rate law. And if rate law is given, that means you know the order of reaction. Like in the last case, order of reaction is 2. Now look at this case here. Say when this practical is performed, that hydrogen concentration is doubled, hydrogen of chlorine is kept constant, and it was observed that the rate of reaction is not at all affected. It is not at all affected. That means change in concentration of hydrogen is not affecting the rate. So the value of X must be 0. On the basis of this, you can write now rate law. R is equal to K, H2 to the power 0. Now about chlorine, again the concentration of chlorine is doubled, hydrogen concentration is kept constant, and the new observation is that the rate of reaction is also doubled. When the concentration is increased by 10 times, the rate of reaction becomes 10 times, like that. So on the basis of this, we can say the value of Y is I'm sorry. When the concentration of chlorine is doubled, the rate of reaction remain unaffected. When the concentration of chlorine become 10 times, the rate of reaction remain unaffected. On the basis of this, we can say the order of reaction with respect to chlorine is also 0. So this is the order of reaction. For first reaction, order of reaction is 0. For second one, again, I'm telling you on the basis of practical observations, it is 1.5, and for the third case, it is 2. So order of reaction may or may not be equal to molecularity. All right, these two may differ. Okay, we will continue with this.